Hey everyone, Archie here. Would you have a look at that? Let's make my authentic chicken tikka at home. So I'm just adding my ginger and garlic to my chicken. I get the ginger and garlic in frozen tablets. It's incredibly convenient. But of course you can use fresh, but the key is to make sure it's really fine. So I suggest grating the ginger and garlic. And don't forget, all the ingredients are in the description below. I'm also putting in 1.5 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now what's important here is we get it really mixed in well. That ginger, garlic and lemon has got to be spread as evenly as possible all over our chicken pieces. So I'm going to cover it with some cling film or plastic wrap, and I'm going to pop it in the fridge for 1 hour. The spices, it's a long list, there's no denying that, but it's worth it, I promise you. I'm going to show you a graphic shortly of exactly what spices we're going to need. If you can't get the mint sauce concentrate, you could also use dried mint, but all these spices are in the description below. Right then, coriander, cumin, tandoori masala powder, paprika, black pepper, English mustard, nutmeg, salt, cardamom powder, chilli powder, turmeric, kasuri methi, and there is the dried mint sauce powder. And my spoon stuck to the butter. Right, Greek yoghurt. And there's the butter, about 1 ounce of butter. And this bit, we've got some optional red food colouring. You can get this in powdered form. You don't have to use it. I like it because it adds to the aesthetics of the dish. Right, let's get the chicken breast pieces out of the fridge. And it's time to add the spices to the chicken. That mustard was a little bit awkward. But you can, of course, mix all the spices up beforehand and then add them to the chicken if you prefer. But what's really important is that we mixed everything really well. Mix everything in as well as you possibly can. Took me about 2 minutes. We want every piece of chicken to taste the same. I'm now going to throw in the red food colouring. Don't forget, that's optional. You can get it in powdered form now. Some wonderful Greek yoghurt. I'll scrape every last bit out of my little carton. And the mint sauce concentrate. Don't forget, dried mint's great. All those ingredients and their measurements are in the description below. Time to mix again. Don't forget, you can use your hands if you prefer. Mix it in really well. We want to make sure every piece of chicken gets some of that yoghurt. And the red food colouring obviously needs to be completely evenly spread. Absolutely fabulous. Look at that. Starting to smell all those different spices. Really are beautiful. Okay, so now I'm putting in some melted butter. And that's going to add to the richness of the dish. But I'm going to use my hands this time just to show you. And yes, I've scrubbed them diligently. When the butter's mixed with the spices and you grill it, something happens. Something good. Okay, plastic wrap or cling film again. Pop it back on. I'm going to marinate mine for 24 hours. If you don't have that time, I suggest a minimum of 6 hours is absolutely fine. And then the next day, I'm spraying a piece of kitchen paper with some olive oil. And there's my grill pan with the griddle inside it. And I'm just going to brush the griddle with my oily paper. And yeah, you guessed it. It's because the chicken tikka pieces won't stick when they're being grilled. I'm not going to pack my grill pan with too many because I want the heat to circulate around each piece. So when it cooks, we get those lovely little black bits, those charred bits. Adds to the authenticity of the dish. It took about 4 minutes under my grill, but obviously when it starts to turn black, you want to take it out. And I'm just going to brush each piece with a little bit of butter just to add to the richness of the dish. Promise you, this is sensational. Okay, once you've brushed them with butter, you want to turn each piece over. And by now, all that coating has pretty much cooked into the chicken. So when I've turned each piece of chicken over, I'm going to brush this side with butter as well. I want it to be absolutely rich so that every bite takes your breath away. Okay, brush each piece and get it back under the grill. This time it should only take about 3 minutes. And as I said, you'll have to keep an eye on it because once it starts to turn black, you get those charred bits on. Take it out. And how about that? It hasn't taken that long to cook. Yes, it's took a day to get to this stage, but look at it. It's perfect. It costs a fortune to buy ready-made and it's not half as good. And the takeout chicken tikka you eat is beautiful. But I'm going to tell you something. This is as good, if not better. It's chicken tikka. It's made at home. And frankly, it's absolutely fabulous. Chicken tikka, everybody. Now, I'm only human and I need a little bit of support from time to time. So please subscribe, share, leave a comment or smash that like button. It looks fabulous. I'm going to get stuck in. I'll see you guys very soon.